A giant ape steals Mario's girlfriend, climbs up his place of work, throws barrels to create living fire, and yet they both end up forgiving him. Two brothers attempt to clean up the sewers of New York, an impossible task nowadays, while it's full of crabs and turtles instead of giant rats. The two brothers from before get a confidence boost, end up in a place filled with living mushrooms, and dump a giant turtle into lava 8 times in a row. It's the same joke as before, but the turtles decide to have the biggest pep talk since Glass Joe. I am betting 5 of you will get that reference. Mario dreams that he's the weakest out of him, Luigi, Peach, and a freaking Toad, despite being the one to save the latter two multiple times, and they have to kill a giant frog. Mario decides to try to anger PETA twice by wearing the skin of a frog and a tanuki, but PETA will only be mad at the latter. Mario decides to be a cheating bastard and save another princess from an alien. Mario somehow got a PhD, probably by throwing random pills into the professor's immune system for the final exam. Mario learns how to fly with nothing more than a carpet. By the way, that's actually what I thought it was when I first saw it in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. They gave the bros golf outfits and haven't used them since, except in Mario Odyssey as a costume that you have to buy. Let's face it, this is the only Mario game that will have some kind of educational value. This is the best Luigi game ever and you all know it. Why does this game have everyone's favorite Rainbow Road when Mario Kart 7 exists? I would say that anyone can be an artist, but I can't, so neither can Mario. The big bads at Nintendo decided to give Mario an evil doppelganger and have him wear rabbit ears like some kind of... The rest of this summary has been censored due to YouTube's demonetization system. An idea that sounds awesome on paper ends up being one of the worst excuses for an educational game ever. It's a puzzle platformer where you don't even control Mario, but rather that nagging fairy from Fairly OddParents. This is just a combo pack that they should have done with New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Okay kids, A is for awful excuse of an early learning game. 1, 2, 3 is just as easy and boring as ABC. All I ever did in preschool was play with toys, and Mario tries to make that educational. Insert racist spaghetti meme here. Mario apparently has a degree in archaeology and uses it to solve puzzles to make pictures. They think just adding Super to a Japanese exclusive sequel makes it different. Did you know? The first Mario Tennis was on the worst console of all time and didn't have the best character of all time. This is just a 3D version of the original Mario Bros. Almost 20 years before the 3DS existed. Read the same joke as before, but add a 2 on the end to make it new. Mario is apparently Superman in this game since he can lift Bowser and King Babam, but that makes sense if you look at both games' abbreviations. That one Mario Kart with the Rainbow Road that lasts longer than... This joke has also been cut out, you sicko. There are children here. You have the choice to team up with Bowser, but take Discount Pinocchio with magic instead. It's the first 2 games on the Game Boy Color, a seriously downgraded console, and people complained about Luigi's Mansion. Who saw Mario and said, "Let's give him another golf game"? Some douchebag Toad decides to choose who the superstar is via luck-based games only dependent on skill about 10% of the time. The gang gets back together and plays dress-up for the same game with less luck. How do you make a good golf game on a handheld with a screen smaller than what I'm typing in? The game that introduced Waluigi was a spin-off instead of a Wario Land game, and his personality was based off of that. Everyone is shrunk down to the size of a toy for the amusement of a living star with a very nice mustache. See the same joke as before, only in slight 3D. We put Mario into a pop-up book, make it an RPG, and make it a series that gets worse after the second one. How dare you make a launch title that isn't a Mario-centered game, even if it was one of the best games for the console? They took Mario Tennis, added non-Mario characters, made it an RPG, and I thought I was stupid for making this. You expect me to make a joke off of this game? Get this, guys. We take Mario 2 instead of Mario 1 and put it on the Game Boy. Same as the last joke, but for Mario World instead of Mario 3. This is why words in the Mario universe are done in gibberish and or text boxes. This game has book squirm, therefore your argument is invalid. This is the game where Donkey Kong started to become a stage-exclusive character. Okay guys, everyone hated having 2 races in 1 cart, so let's never do that again. This is the game that truly established Waluigi as slapstick comedy relief and nothing more. What the heck happened to Mario Advance 3? Said no one, because who actually cared? They put the hardest boss in Mario history in this game, and it's only the first of a pentalogy. Every battle in this game rips off the intro to Super Mario Bros. 3. Day and Night is the name of this game, and the 5th time people said, how many more are they gonna make? This is the main game people point to for Mario being a psychopath, and all because he steps on Luigi's shoe. The son/grandson of the same ape that kidnapped Pauline years ago kidnaps her now and uses a lot of the same tricks as said father/grandfather. It's another RPG golfing game that's likely as terrible as it sounds. It's a Sonic Spinball ripoff that isn't even half as good. The first character you play as is Yoshi, and Mario is unlockable. Instead of just calling it Mario Baseball, they go ahead and put Superstar to make it sound like a sequel. This is the only game where Waluigi gets a starring role, and it's the best Mario game ever for doing that. Okay, we got a few more gigabytes, so let's add a mission mode and never do it again. Can you believe there are still 3 more numbered games? Instead of making a generic sports game, the devs decided to make the first ever Mario game to have an E10+ rating, and have it be the world's favorite sport. The second in the series follows an alien invasion where all they want to do is destroy, something usually saved for the finale. This game introduced the car almost 10 years before Mario Party 9 made it infamous, and somehow did it worse. Take a wild guess on how another GBA tennis game will work. A great idea that should have been released to home consoles as well. A game where the fair princess has the ability to catch on fire when she's mad and create waterfalls of tears when she's sad. Alright, let's reboot 2D Mario, put new in the title to show it's different, and create only one sequel on the Wii. Nintendo Board Meeting, 2005. This game came out before Mario played basketball against Shaquille O'Neal. You don't even control Mario in this game, but rather miniature toys he made of himself. A Paper Mario game that isn't even an RPG is somehow the one with a cult following. A clunky motion-controlled mess is somehow the best one for a Wii console. They somehow took the most insane sports game ever made and made it more insane. The first time these two icons cross over is not in a platformer, and it still hasn't happened. Space Waifu just stands there for the entire game, yet people end up loving her more than every other logical character. Instead of stomping on the game when they're tiny, Bowser has Kamek throw them out in the middle of nowhere where they can get back to his castle. It's the same joke as before, get over it. It's the same as every other Dr. Mario game, but with fewer game modes apparently. Who saw Dr. Mario and thought it would work online, on the Wii? This game has Funky Kong, he's the best character, and he has his own battle stage. Instead of putting baseball in the title like the last one, they decided to call it something only Americans will get. Okay, we have Summer and Winter Olympics, let's stop there, said some random intern before they were fired. This is the game that uses the Koopalinks for every boss fight, fails miserably at it, but has the best 2D Bowser fight ever. You can play as Bowser, but he's pretty much controlled by a Bob-omb recolor for 90% of the game. This is just the first game with an ugly coat of paint. The final boss doesn't even use any previous puzzle mechanics. Think of your PE class in middle school with Mario characters and less red rubber hitting your face. This game has one of the best Bowser fights locked behind 2D levels in a 3D plane. Okay, we lied, we're gonna do one for every Olympic Games for the next 20 years! You can fly, you can swim, you can drive, you can glide, you can play Waluigi pinball without playing as Waluigi. Stars are essentially coins in this game, and you get them for everything you do. Is Mario Tennis the third best Mario spin-off series, or am I missing something? Coins! If you like stickers, you'll still hate this game. Okay guys, last one, we promise. Remember how we were gonna give the original Luigi's Mansion 3D capabilities? Despite being in the title, Luigi is asleep for more than half of the game. Let's make a really hard game with levels half the length of last time, put Luigi as the main character, and have an unlockable cheat character. This game gave the furries of the world something to talk about that isn't weird to the rest of us. This game shows that you can make Dr. Mario more like Tetris. This is just Mario Party 9 without the car and a board based off the Sonic Shuffle. Are they seriously making these every 2 years? Or is Mario Golf the third best Mario spin-off series? to make one of the most graphically pleasing games in their spin-off series instead of their main platformers. They took a one-off character from Galaxy 1, put him in more games, gave him his own game, and now people want him in Smash Ultimate. It's Miniland Mayhem from what the pictures told me. I legitimately don't know what this is, or why it needed to have a Mario crossover. Were you expecting a joke about a game that's nothing but? Auto levels and music levels are this game's equivalent of prank and unboxing videos. The title just took the light MacGuffin from Bowser's Inside Story. This game just exists to sell out during the holiday season. They took the interesting plots of Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario, threw them out the window, and gave us a generic Bowser kidnaps Peach plotline. When will these two get together in a platformer? Were you expecting anything good with Amiibo in the title? The only decent Mario Party in almost 10 years. The best character in the game is a talking paint can. You could play 10% of the game for free, or pay $10 for the full thing. Insert arbitrary Nathaniel Bandy meme here. They gave the Koopalings good fights for once. If these are the best minigames from the numbered Mario parties, then I'll buy every game and let Luigi play them for me. A generation of remasters actually downgrades the graphics on one of the best games with Luigi. They took the entire game, unlocked everything for you, and you only have to unlock Gold Mario. It's the best Mario game ever, and I'll fight you if you disagree. This game has more Rabbids than Mario, yet they're relegated to the second name in the title. Insert Luigi's pants plunger meme here. See the same joke as above, with some levels based off of Odyssey. Where is Partners in Time? So, did Nintendo finally learn their lesson? Why not remaster every new Super Mario Bros. Game, especially the first? So, is that Smash Ultimate trailer something that happened in the game, or am I missing something?